Hello and welcome to my little corner of the internet. So happy to see you here. It's been a while since I've created any sort of long form content, and honestly, I've been in an interesting place. And today, I just want to come over here, create some art, and have a nice, relaxing conversation. So, grab a cup of tea, grab a glass of water, grab some snacks, and draw along with me, and let's have a little conversation about art and its place in the world. Beauty is an interesting thing. Beauty is, like a lot of things in the world, very subjective. You know, the saying, true beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that is very true. What I find beautiful and what you find beautiful might be completely different, and it goes for art. I've been studying the Impressionist movements, the abstract art movements, the Renaissance. Each of these art movements have different themes, and they all bring to light interesting perspectives of the world. Now, a lot of people look at abstract art and go, what is that? That looks horrible. And others pay millions of dollars or shillings, hashtag UG, for these art pieces, which really goes to show that each of us has our own unique perspective and view of the world. Everyone has their own idea of what is beautiful, what is pleasant, but I think at least we can all agree that we all take inspiration from our experiences, from how we experience the world, be that nature, be that our thoughts, be that the situations we've been in. We all take that and interpret it in our own way, and it colors how we see the world, and that informs how and what we perceive as beautiful. Now, I've been creating art for all my life, but it's only recently that I've started calling myself an artist for several reasons. Imposter syndrome in the house. But also just trying to figure out my place as an artist, what it means to be an artist, and what place art has in the world. I'm very huge on purpose. I'm very huge on figuring out my place in the world and what role I can play in the world. And so it creates a lot of roadblocks for me, a lot of mental blocks. But I've realized over time, in the 20-something years I've been on Earth, that there is no one way to do things anymore, especially in 2023, where everyone has done every variation of everything, and there seems to be no uniqueness or no unique take anymore. We all have an amalgamation of opinions that we've gotten from Twitter or from Instagram or from YouTube. What makes it even harder is living in Africa, far removed from that Western context. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance. But I realized that I am allowed to take inspiration. That's one thing, especially in the art community. There is a thin line, apparently, between copying and taking inspiration from someone's art. But there are many ways to do things. There are 1,000,001 ways to live life. And there is nothing new under the sun. I think that's in the Bible. I know that's in the Bible, but there is nothing new that's under the sun. Everything has been done before, and that should not be what stops you from your your creative pursuits. That should not be what stops you from pursuing what you want to pursue simply because someone has done it before. The mere fact that you are doing it is unique in and of itself, because you are unique in and of yourself. You find your own way, you find your own niche, you find your own path. And it takes time. One thing that I don't like about the society that we have created is this rush to have everything figured out by your early 20s. The rise of people like Andrew Tate on the internet, spreading the gospel of, if you are not living life like me by the time you're 20, then you should be very ashamed of yourself. And that is not a direct quote, but I think I heard him say something like that at some point. And it's dumb, because at 20 your brain isn't even done developing. Not to mention the fact that throughout your life you are going to reinvent yourself over and over and over again. And so this pressure to have it all figured out by the time you're 25, be married with a house and kids and a car and have a PhD and have your hair popping, have your skin glowing, that's just the most unrealistic expectation. And I have decided that I will no longer be subscribing to that way of thinking, because it's just bad for all of the health. It's bad for your mental health, for your spiritual health. I think I was having a conversation with one of my best friends last night, and we were like, damn, okay, everyone in our lives seems to be on top of things. But I think it's important to realize that the internet is highlight reels of everyone's life. You only see the polished outer surface, the curated content feeds that they feed you, the edited videos with a million filters and color correction. That is not real life. That is not real life. And it unfortunately makes us doubt where we are in our lives and our journeys. And I don't think that's a good thing. That doesn't seem like a very wholesome way of living, and I'm trying again to deprogram my mind from the curse of the timeline. That's a double-edged sword for you. Back to the topic of art. I have begun to cultivate a belief that art is one of the most powerful forms of communication. Art is one of those things that is hard to define. It's really hard to define something that can be a million different things. But we as the human race, as the species, Homo sapiens sapiens, have been reaping the benefits of art since the inception of time. Art is a way to tell stories. It's a way in which we communicate with others, share our thoughts, our feelings, and our beliefs. Art helps us better understand each other. You listen to a song and you have felt exactly what the artist is singing about. You just never had the words to express it, but you know it. And now art has given you a tool to express yourself, to express what you're feeling. Art helps us understand the world around us. Artists are very unique individuals in that they have the ability to observe, interpret, and share the world around them, and each of them is different. And I think each of us is an artist, and that's a really beautiful it's one of those beautiful thoughts that I refuse to let the internet kill. Art helps us live more fulfilling lives. Not only that, art can be used to express ideas and shape the world around us in a profound way. If we look at a lot of the big movements in the past couple of years, the Black Lives Matter movement, art has been a very important part of that movement. When we look at human rights movements, every voice that has been raised has been accompanied by art in some way, shape, or form, be that written, sculpted, painted, drawn, or digital, the way that I like to do it. Art can be used to promote social change. It can be used to create actual change in the world around us. It can be used to provoke thought, it can be used to inspire, it can be used to express a plethora of things. And as I continue to explore myself as an artist, and as I continue to find my own unique style, my own unique voice, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I write poetry, I write novels, I paint on canvas with paint, although I do that very rarely. My mainstay is digital art. And I'm just in a season of figuring out who I am as an artist and where I fit in this beautiful system, this beautiful machine called humanity. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to say for today. Here is the final artwork. Thank you so much for listening, for joining me on my little corner of the internet. Please check out my website, michellemassanza.com. I will have it linked in all the places that it can be linked. If you would like to purchase a digital version of this art piece, it will be available on my website, as well as a print if you're in Uganda. I'll try to figure out how to have those prints accessible if you are outside of my wonderful country, Uganda, because the internet is a wonderful place where people from a million different backgrounds can gather. Please don't forget to leave a comment, share hearts, and join me again. Tell me if you like this new form of content. I have had a purge of my YouTube channel, especially because, trying to figure out who I am and getting rid of things that do not resonate with me anymore, as Marie Kondo said. So thank you so much once more, and I will see you right here next time. Bye.